And next, we're going to talk some Kevin Durant. So Kevin Durant, he's got to be relevant this year one way or the other because he's not going to be playing due to that ruptured Achilles. So one way to make headlines is make bold statements. And he made some comments about the New York Knicks, and he talked about how nobody wants to play for New York. Nobody wants to join the Knicks because younger generations don't think they're a cool franchise. Listen to Kevin Durant talking about the Knicks.
I think a lot of fans look at the Knicks as a brand and expect these younger players who, in their lifetime, don't remember the Knicks being good.
Right.
So, like, I didn't grow up with the Knicks. Well, I seen the Knicks in the finals, but kids coming up after me didn't see that. So, that whole brand of the Knicks to them is not as cool as, let's say, the Golden State Warriors or even the Lakers or the Nets now. You know what I'm saying?
And look, I understand what Kevin Durant means there. When you're young, whatever team is winning, those are the teams you gravitate towards. Those are the teams that have the best athletes, the cool athletes, and it trickles down. If you're a kid growing up, you probably think the Golden State Warriors have dominated the NBA for decades, when we all know that's not the case. But my message to Kevin Durant is the Knicks will always be New York City. New York and the Big Apple will always embrace the New York Knicks first. Yes, they're a disaster of a franchise under Dolan, and yes, they're dysfunctional, but whenever the New York Knicks, if ever the Knicks get right, they will take over that town in a New York minute, and there's nothing that Kyrie Irving or Kevin Durant can do about it. Because look, when you have that kind of history, to me, I think the history of the game is one of the coolest things ever. And when you got guys like Willis Reed, when you got guys like Earl the Pearl Monroe, the history that the New York Knicks have, and they have one of the greatest moments in basketball history when Willis Reed came in and he saved the Knicks and he won them that championship.
Willis coming out.
Here comes Willis. And the crowd is going wild. Barnett to Reed on the forecourt. Right side from 20. Jumps. Yes. Willis has hit on his first two. He bullets one down court that is intercepted by the Busher. Fast break for the next Busher on the drive. Leads Reardon. Driving shot is good. The New York Knickerbockers have won the 1969-70 World Championship of Basketball.
And so to me, I find that pretty cool. Now, I know there's nothing cool about losing. There's nothing cool about the lack of success that the Knicks have achieved under Dolan. But have you seen Madison Square Garden? Last time I checked, you still see Chris Rock. You still see Adam Sandler, Amy Schumer. You still see that place flooded with celebrities and Spike Lee doing his thing. And you know Madison Square Garden has that extra magic. So it's only a matter of time that the Knicks will get back. They need new ownership. We're clear of that. Now, you have to remember, Kevin Durant has been a star his entire life. Kevin Durant has never had a major injury. Maybe the way Kevin Durant stays relevant is popping off at the mouth all season long. Who knows what he's going to say next? He's going to drop something about Steph Curry and the Golden State Warriors, drop something about Russell Westbrook and the Thunder, because you know whatever he says makes headlines. And one thing you have to respect is Mr. Burner Account himself. You know, the guy who had a burner account going at dudes on Twitter is now doing it under his own handle. So Kevin Durant responding to fans on Twitter at I Am Renaissance says, at KatieTrey5. Kind of funny how you can't keep the Knicks out of your mouth, like you got some vendetta. We don't need emo-ass players like you, bruh. Heal your Achilles and worry about your legacy. Them paper championships with a team that don't like you don't hit right, do they? And then it was on. It was a firestorm of tweets, like 20, 30 tweets by Kevin Durant, calling fans emotional, admitting that this was a Knicks town, saying that it's a Knicks town, but they have their own circle of fans. And it was just, he was calling fans emotional. He was telling fans to boo me every chance you get if that makes your experience better. And if you're the NBA, you hate to see this. You hate to see a premier star going at fans like he's doing. He said, none of this is stupid. You wouldn't be a New York sports guy if you thought that. I love how grown up and mature you are, though. So he's calling fans immature. He's saying that one fan said, you messing with the wrong fan base. And he responds, what are you going to do? Boo and tweet me insults? Have at it, champ. I'm ready for that BS. So Kevin Durant, I mean, he's got to get it together. You can't be going at fans like that. And I think he's going to find out very shortly that New York is always going to be a Knicks town.